How's it going, everybody? I hope you're all having a wonderful day. In this week's video, we're building this router bit holder that you see behind me. Let's get started. Many of you probably don't know this, but this space that we're in currently is a 3-car garage, and it's actually very, very new to me. My wife and I purchased this property about a little over a year ago now, and this garage was actually complete bare bones. It didn't even have power. And since then, over the course of about a year or so, I've added, or at least an electrician added, a 100 amp sub panel back here, and we did a ton of wiring solution in here for pretty much any type of needs that I would ever have now and hopefully in the future. In addition, I've also done all of the insulation, drywall, a couple of finishings here and there, as well as some of the items that you see on the wall behind me. And while I do have a couple of organization solutions that I did, and the purpose of that was to just kind of get started, as soon as I finished getting the garage to the current state that it's in, I started making videos. So I finished the garage, I think, on the first week of January of 2021. And then I published, I believe, the first video on the second week of January of 2021. And since then, I've sort of been spending all of my available time making videos on a weekly basis for you guys. And I just wanted to add that, I very much appreciate all of your support, for you guys watching the videos, for liking, commenting, subscribing. It helps me tremendously. And in that process, however, I haven't really had a chance to improve and take my shop organization to the next level. And today, I hope you'll indulge me in following along a shop organization project. Today is going to be a little bit of an exploratory video, because even though you've seen the beginning of the video where I probably overlaid what the finished product looks like, that's future Suman, and future Suman has his things figured out. The current Suman that's talking to you right now does not. I kind of have a loose idea of how I want this project to go, but honestly, I have no idea. So bear with me, kind of walk along with me in the video as we kind of figure this out and come up with a solution organization for all of the bits and odd end things. All right, let's get going. So here it is. These are all of the things that I want to organize today. Laying everything out in front of you gives a really good high-level perspective on what you've got, and it can also inspire ways that you can organize your stuff that makes the most sense for your own workflow. In my case, for example, this nylon brush, I don't use this frequently at all. The only time I use it is whenever I'm working with live edge slabs. And oftentimes I keep it in a drawer, and then I will close the drawer, and whenever I need it, it seems like I have the hardest time finding this thing. So I want to mount this on our wall organization solution because I want to be able to see it at any point in time and grab it whenever I need it. But because I don't use this frequently enough, I will probably mount it much higher up on the wall where I would need like a ladder or step stool to access it. On the other hand, your more commonly used item like this, roundover bit, which I use very, very frequently, so I want to mount this much lower on the organization setup such that I can easily grab it with my hands and I don't need a step stool or anything like that. As far as the design idea, I'm thinking of doing it kind of like a stair steps, where each of these are going to be steps, but they're not necessarily perpendicular. They're not going to be like parallel to the ground. They're kind of at an angle so I can see the material better. But each of these steps is going to store different kinds of things. So like, the lower tier is going to probably have a bunch of router bits for the router table. The next step might have router bits for the CNC machine. And then much higher up is where we would put, these nylon brushes. So that's the idea. Let's get to a piece of plywood, and then we're gonna cut out things and go from there. Okay, so what I have here is a piece of plywood, and I decided that I want this holder to be on a taper. So the bottom is going to be coming closer to the viewer, and then the top is going to kind of recede towards the back. So there is 8 inches depth at the bottom, and then there's about 3 inches at the top. And that's going to create a skew angle. And typically you would cut that on a tapering jig. I don't have a big one to be able to cut 40 inches in length. So instead I'm going to cut this on a bandsaw, and then once I've got one piece made, I'm going to replicate that on the other side and kind of make another piece just like it. And then when we're done, we're going to then come back and talk about the steps that we're going to create on this. All right, so for this actual steps, I'm thinking that they should be about 4 inches in depth. This angle seems to kind of make sense. I mean, I know it's at 45, but because this whole thing is at a skewed angle, it's not really effectively 45. And I think it's going to work well for us. So I'm going to use these 2 rulers, and that's going to give us a good idea. So I've marked it at the corner here to here is 4 inches. So I'm going to put a pencil line here, and then I can drop this. This should be 90 here. And then that's going to be one of them. So this is our first step right here. And for our next one, we're going to carry up right here, just the same way. We're just going to keep going forward and going up the stairs. Okay, so I made a little bit of a design change here. On the bottom, I'm going to leave a little bit of a hollow space for basically an open drawer, and that's going to hold on to all of the router bit changing tools. And with all of these marks being made, it's time to cut these out on a bandsaw. And then once this first piece is done, I'm going to transfer all of these over to the second piece. Using the first one as a template, for the second piece, I'm going to mark all of the cutouts and then cut this again on a bandsaw. So here's what I have so far. I want to space these 2 things about 14 inches or so apart. I'm going to put a piece of wood in the back here, and probably going to use pocket holes actually to kind of put them all together. Okay, so with the 2 side pieces attached and as well as the French cleat in the back, I want to mount it on the wall just to make sure that everything fits well before moving forward with the rest of it. Okay, so this looks good. It doesn't really want to fall out at all because there's 2 French cleat in there, so it'll rock side to side, you know, because it's repositionable, but trying to pull it out is not possible. So that's really good. We can now move forward with the rest of it. All right, so off camera, I've decided to cut a few of these 1/8 inch material that are going to be the risers. And it's just really mainly there to cover up the back so that we're not looking through it. In addition, I also made a piece of plywood here that's going to go at the top here. I kind of decided that I don't really want these steps to go all the way at the top, especially because there isn't a whole lot of material depth left in here. And the idea is that I can just kind of drill a bunch of holes in here and mount some of the bigger items on here. In addition, these are going to be our actual steps on these stairs, and they're cut a little oversized for now. And this is what's going to be really holding all of the router bits that we want to organize. All right, so we still have to drill holes on these actual steps. So I'm going to take these out for now. And at this point in time, I want to focus on putting these in here permanently because this is not something that we're going to ever swap out. It's only the bottom section where the router bits holders are going to be. So these can go in permanently, and I'm going to actually glue and nail them in. And next, I want to paint all of the surfaces to match the same color as my French cleat wall so that this kind of disappears into the background and only the tools that I need are the things that pop out. Okay, so while the paint is drying, I want to now focus on our treads or steps that's going to be the actual holder for the router bits. Today, I'm going to opt to use my CNC machine. I do want to say that if you don't have a CNC machine, you are more than able to do this by using a drill press, a hand drill with a appropriately sized bit or Forstner bit, and that'll do the work just fine. And in fact, all of my prior router bit holder solutions has always been using a drill press. But I'm using a CNC machine for two primary reasons. One is repeatability. So, you know, I can design 5 pieces if they're the same or similar. It's easy for me to design, and then the machine will just kind of cut whatever it is that I designed. But more importantly, the bigger reason is being able to drill the holes a little oversized. So for example, you know, I have a 1/4 inch shank router bit here, and if I use a 1/4 inch bit or Forstner bit and I drill a hole in here using a drill press, these two are going to, the hole and the shank is going to be a very, very snug fit. And the CNC machine allows me to kind of oversize the holes by just a couple of thousandths of an inch. That makes this task much easier. Okay, I'm gonna let the CNC do its work. I'll keep an eye on it from a distance, and then I'll be right back when these are done. See how these go in pretty easily? The 1/4 inch is probably a little tighter than it should be, but still pretty good. Okay, so with all of our pieces cut, we can now trim off the little excess that we use for work holding on the CNC machine. Okay, so I've mounted pretty much all of my router bits and most things in here. It is moment of truth time. It's time to mount it on the French Cleat Wall. Okay. Oh man, it's heavier than I expected. Okay. Oh, seems good. I'll take it. Well, that's all for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. I know it's a little bit different than the usual. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Do you want to see more shop organization projects like this in the future? Because I've got a couple of more projects that I want to do, and I'm not 100% sure if I should be doing them on or off camera. So leave a comment below, and I greatly appreciate your input. In addition, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I highly encourage you to do so because the weather's picked up and we have a lot more fun projects in the pipeline, so you won't want to miss out. And the last thing that I wanted to note is perhaps some of you might be wondering, and maybe none of you, who knows, but if I'm going to be doing a shop tour video, and I will eventually get around to it, but like I said, weather's picking up and I've got a lot more fun projects for the near future, so we're going to do those first and eventually we'll get around to the shop tour video, I promise. All right. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching as always. I greatly appreciate your support, and I will see you on the next one.